EastEnders to reveal Nigel Bates' big secret next week. What is he hiding? Over Christmas, Nigel returned to Albert Square for the first time in 26 years. And quickly reunited with his old friend Phil. Phil helped Nigel, who was going through a hard time, by giving him a place to stay. And now Nigel has returned the favor and is trying to help Phil through his loneliness. Nigel's return is unclear, as he told Phil he was separated from his wife, Julie, but a text from Julie later asked him to come home. In scenes that will air next week, Nigel begins to put down roots in the square by bagging himself a job in the cafe after helping Kathy out with the lunchtime rush. Billy later questions Nigel about why he decided to return to Walford, and it soon becomes clear that he may not be telling people the full story. However, Nigel has a bigger issue to deal with when Phil decides to sign his half of the boxing den over to him. Nigel is reluctant about this, while Billy is shocked by Phil's actions. Over breakfast the next day, Nigel confronts his friend about his surprising offer. He tries his best to refuse the deal, but Phil wants to stick by his decision. Nigel tells Sharon about Phil's decision, asking for her help. She is increasingly concerned about Phil's erratic behavior, so she confronts him in the Vic. Sharon tries to recruit Jay, Teddy and Billy to stage an intervention for Phil, but to her surprise, they aren't too keen to help her. Meanwhile, Nigel considers leaving Walford, but he instead decides to pay a visit to the laundrette. Yolande supports him, and he ends up revealing a big secret. Phil becomes worried about his friend's whereabouts, and he joins forces with Sharon, who helps him search for Nigel. As Nigel continues to open up to Yolande about why he has really returned to Walford, Phil arrives on the scene. What is Nigel hiding, and will he tell Phil the truth?